Hi students, very happy to see you again. Today the topic what I have chosen is advancing monsoon or southwest monsoon. How do they occur? Have you ever thought about it? So what is the background behind the movement of southwest monsoon to India? Right? See, it all begins with the summer season. We know pretty well March, April, May, typically it is a summer season because the sun's orientation is in the northern hemisphere, starting from March to June 21st. Right? March month, the rays of the sun fall vertically over equator, and it takes 3 months for the sun to be oriented over Tropic of Cancer on June 21st. We call it as summer solstice in northern hemisphere. Whereas if you look at March 21st or 23rd, 1 or 2 days it will vary from year to year. So March 21st or 22nd or 23rd, we call it as equinox. That means the rays of the sun fall vertically over equator. So as I said, sun takes 3 months to be oriented over Tropic of Cancer, that is in the month of June 21st. So from March, April, May, June. These 3 months, it plays a very crucial role. That is, over northern hemisphere, intense heat prevails because of summer. So that intense heat, what happens? It paves way for the intense low pressure to prevail in the northern hemisphere. I repeat, because of intense heat from March, April, May, low pressure prevails over northern hemisphere. Why low pressure when there is high temperature? When there is high temperature, the tendency of the air, it moves up. Hot air rises and cool air sinks. That is the basic principle. So 3 months of intense heat making the entire Indian landmass to experience low pressure. Now just think about the opposite direction in southern hemisphere. So in southern hemisphere, that is the counterpart of Tropic of Cancer, that is Tropic of Capricorn, the influence of the sun will be minimal over Tropic of Capricorn in southern hemisphere. As a result, what happens there? Low temperature and high pressure. Where? Over Tropic of Capricorn area. So high pressure, low temperature. So as we have already discussed, when there is a low pressure anywhere, it will attract the high pressure winds from other areas. So now high pressure over Tropic of Capricorn area, to tell precisely, east of Madagascar and over Indian Ocean. High pressure prevails. So the intense heat, it keeps continuing till May end. So now we have sufficient low pressure in the northern hemisphere to attract the southeast trade winds from southern hemisphere. So now the journey starts for the southeast trade winds. It starts from southeasterly direction in southern hemisphere. Right? So it comes as monsoon winds. From southern hemisphere, southeast trade winds start blowing from southeasterly direction. It starts its journey towards the low pressure in the northern part of India or Tibetan plateau. Why? Because high pressure over southern hemisphere and low pressure over Indian landmass. So when it starts its journey from southeast to northwest, it keeps moving and it has to move towards northern hemisphere, crossing equator. it has to pass by equator, because equator is on its way. Now interesting thing happens. When it reaches equator, which one? Southeast trade winds. When they reach equator, because of the earth's rotation, the winds are getting deflected. After crossing equator, the winds are getting deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere. When they get deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere, which means from 1 degree north latitude, that is after crossing equator, the direction of the southeast trade winds getting changed from southeast to southwest. I repeat, because the winds getting deflected in equator due to an important reason, Coriolis force. That force, Coriolis force, means, again, that is based on Ferrel's law. Any object or any winds crossing equator, they deflect to their right in the northern hemisphere and deflect to their left in the southern hemisphere. This is the basic principle. So based on that Ferrel's law principle, Coriolis force now it is acting, deflecting the southeast trade winds to their right in the northern hemisphere after crossing equator. So from equator towards India, the winds are now moving from southwesterly direction. That is what exactly we call it as southwest monsoon, because winds normally getting their name from the direction from which they blow, right? So now it comes as southwest monsoon, as we have discussed already, going as two branches. One is Bay of Bengal branch, another one is Arabian Sea branch. So 2-3 points we need to note importantly: low pressure in northern part of India, high pressure in southern part of India. Southeast trade winds from southern part of southern hemisphere moving towards north, towards the low pressure in the Tibetan plateau and Gangetic plain. So when they start moving from Indian Ocean after crossing equator, due to Coriolis force, these southeast trade winds getting deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere and they start blowing as southwest monsoon. And the rest of the story we know. One is Bay of Bengal branch, another one is Arabian Sea branch. This is exactly how the southwest monsoon mechanism works. Thank you so much. Hope you would have understood.